What's going on, everybody? Stock Jock here, up $11,936 in the first hour of trading. Finished up the day up over $12,712. Crazy day in the market, obviously, with GME doing GME things. Heck yeah, is all I can say is heck yeah. But before we get into the trades, I just want to say a huge thank you to the community that we're growing here. We had almost 1,200 people on our stream today, as well as, 3,000 plus in our Discord. Absolute monster community, absolute great community. I've never been part of a trading community that wasn't toxic or bashing people. This one's really, really good, full of people that are wanting to learn, wanting to share their trading experience, wanting to help each other out, find plays. It's just a really good community. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you for everybody that's really growing this channel, sharing it with others. It's starting to kind of blow up a little bit here. So just want to take a moment and say thank you for everybody that has been a part of it, especially those that have been here from the beginning in the old Discord days. So big thank you, and I'm excited to see where we go this year. All right, without further ado, let's get into the trades. So the first couple of trades I made were I closed out some swings today. I had 50 of these WKHS $24 calls. I sold 20 of them today. I still have 30, and those are actually doing very well, especially after hours. Jeez. So these are kind of blowing up, which is nice to see. So that was like a $3,000 winner. And then I closed out the rest of my PLTR calls. That today was demo day. Looks like I didn't do much during demo day, but close that out. That was a huge winner overall. Nice wins there. That started me the day up over $8,000. So the first trade I made was WKHS. WKHS, huge pop, little red to green move here out of the gates. Pop, 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 pullback candle, candle over candle entry is what I took. That's so interesting. Looking back on that, now it makes sense. See how this candle looks like a pop, pullback, candle over candle here? Well, and this is one of the problems with E-Trade, I flipped to this chart. When you see it live, it looks much different. There's no candle over candle right here. The candle over candle looks like it happens here when I run it live. And that's a problem with E-Trade. If you flip to a different ticker halfway through the candle's formation, so say, these are minute candles here. Say you got in, you flipped over, 30 seconds is already elapsed on this candle. Well, it doesn't show you what has happened in those 30 seconds that you missed, right? When you flip over to it. That's a big problem with E-Trade. Once that candle closes, you can flip tickers and then come back to it, and it will show you the true freaking move of what happened in that last candle. I know it's kind of hard to understand what I'm saying. Just trust me. Looking at this now, I can see why my trade really didn't work that I took. I went long right here for a candle over candle, and you'll see it when I run it live. It looks like it's a pop, pullback, 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 candle over candle entry. And I'm like, why isn't it going anywhere? Well, the reason why it didn't go anywhere is because the candlestick before it was the candle over candle. E-Trade was just not telling me or showing me that properly. It wasn't showing me the proper candlestick. So now that I see it. Anyway, I tried to go candle over candle. Obviously, the chart was wrong. Now I know why it didn't really rip when I got in. Nonetheless, I was able to sell for a small win, about, 15 cents. Oh my gosh, you trade so slow. Wow. So I tried to get it in around 28.10. Okay, it worked out okay. Yikes. Selling half. Out the rest, 28.32. So this next trade is unplug here. This one kind of popped out of the gates, sold off, sold off, sold off, sold off, made a lower high, came back down, then it kind of reversed here, and it was coming up to the previous, lower high that it made. And a lot of times, previous resistance levels, if you break them, you'll get a decent pop. And I was going to play that little break of this area. Maybe this can get a rip. It didn't really rip. I got in at 68.52 right as we were about to break this level. Exited 68.71, 68.65. So it really didn't rip. And part of that is because the overall move right here started so far away. If we would have come up to this level, not break it, pull back, and then do a candle over candle, it had probably a greater chance to rip. But, it kind of used all its gas early. Didn't really rip when it broke the level. It did have a monster day afterwards, but as far as breaking out here, it didn't go. Nonetheless, green trade. Yeah, all out. That was a scalp, only because it started this move down here. So I'm going to scalp a breakout, and it's just kind of break it and not really run. I have to scalp it, otherwise it could turn on me. So this next trade is another one of those previous pivot points that I was hoping that if it would break it, it would get a decent pop. It did eventually get a decent pop, but after the fact. So I went long looking for this break, thinking that it would get a nice rip. It didn't really rip, and I was trying to get out on a limit order, and it's so hard when you're scalping to do limit orders because you're constantly putting in the price. Oh gosh, you mess it up, and then you try to put it in again. Oh, the ask comes down, you got to change it to something else. It's too slow, and I'm playing a minute chart here. Like the price action is moving constantly. I just don't have time. I don't have time to put in limit orders and I mean, what if it starts to dump on me? Then I have to cancel my order, flip it to market, make sure I click it, and then sell. I mean, there's those half seconds, those seconds, that can mean a lot of money if I do it wrong. So anyway, I get the break. I'm trying to exit. I'm fumbling all over the place. Finally, it just kind of turns against me. It didn't do what I thought it would do. I bail on it. This was like a 16-cent loser. Not the end of the world, but yeah, red trade. Did it. This is the break. Am I at 67? I have a hard time exiting this sucker. Oh. This is why I don't use limit orders, man. It's just too hard for me to get in and out. I have to use markets. I was trying to use limits here to exit, and it's just too slow. It's too slow for me. So this next trade on XPEV was just a news headline. I can't remember what it is. When you see the live trade, you can't hear it because I'm not allowed to stream that news source through my live stream when I'm live during the day. But there was some news headline. You kind of see the volume here, volume spike. I got in 4,000 shares. I got 2,000 at 54, 57, 2,000, 54, 58. Sold inside the spike here, 54.67. So 10-cent win, 200 bucks on the first one, and then exited 54.86 on the second lot. That was closer to 30 cents, 600 bucks. So $800 winner overall there for literally, less than 20 seconds worth of work. I can't stress enough how important news plays are to a day trader. If you're if you're doing well and you're looking for that next step that you could take or a next tool to add to your tool bag, having someone in your ears telling you breaking news on stocks is by far my favorite tool in my tool bag. I use Benzinga Pro. I've been using it for years. I pay for it. I have an affiliate link down below if you're interested. They have like a 2-week free trial. It's amazing. It's simply amazing. That one trade right there for 20 seconds paid for a year's worth of subscription for me. So anyway, enough of that. Here's the trade. XPEV, some kind of headline news there. Kind of upgrade. Doesn't sound like huge news, but it's getting a decent pop. Nice. So this next trade is WKHS. This one has been hot, especially with the executive order that Biden signed. A lot of speculation that they're going to win the contract to turn all of the Postal Service's mail trucks into electric vehicles. That's why this thing is rocking and rolling. Anyway, we have a high day up here. That's a resistance level. We come up to the level, we pull back, candle over candle. I take the entry here. Looking for a break of this horizontal, I get it all. Real easy trade. Got in at 28.75 average, 4,000 shares, exited 29.04 and 28.96. So very nice winner. Thanks for the 5 gifted subs, man. What did you trade today? 77, 78. Oh, it did it. It needs to go now. There it is. Can we get high day? It's high day. Can we break it? Sure can. Yeah, baby. Selling into that pop. All out. Think. Money trade. There you go. This next trade is on GME. This one, I was kind of looking for something that would show me this is a reversal. It's gone nutty recently. I was looking for a chance for it to go nutty again. Gave me that opportunity. Kind of dumped here out of the open, popped up, pulled back, lower high, pulled back again, came up, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, maybe if we break one of these lower highs. It didn't obviously want to break down any further. It had the drop, had the bounce, candle under candle, didn't come down here again. Bounce, candle under candle, didn't come down here at all. So maybe the trend is reversing here and it's going up. And maybe if we broke this level here, we would get a pop. And that's what we did. So I took calls on this. I got in at 1781 of these $100 calls. It pops up immediately. I took 20 of them. Pops up immediately. I sell half at 1945. So real nice win there on 10 contracts. What is that? Almost $2 or $1.50, so like 1,500 bucks there on the first lot. It starts to come down. I sell 5 here for plus 25, and then the other 5 I lost 80 cents on. Luckily, it was only 5, so made money on the trade overall. It was a hard one to get out of. The spreads are really wide on GME, rightfully so, and I don't know. It's just very hard to get in and out of them. You have to pick the right strike with a lot of liquidity. And nonetheless, you'll see this thing is just nutty, as you can see. I mean, just going low a day, completely reversing, going up freaking a ton, and then after hours almost double. It's just insane. No doubt they're going to T12 halt this at some point, but hopefully we can have a little bit more fun with it before they do. Hmm. Hmm. On half. Half because I don't trust this sucker. Hitting that Bollinger Band pretty hard, so that's why I'm taking half off. So running into some resistance. If it gets over this 98 level, see if we can hold that VWAP. Eh. Yep. So I think I made money on that. So this next one is a news play on LiveX. I had a couple trades before this one. I'm not going to go over because it was kind of just a dumb mistake of mine. I was literally looking at a chart on a different screen, thought it was the chart that correlated to the stock I was looking at here. Made a trade based off of the chart I see on the right, but it was the wrong ticker in front of me. Just not going to go over that. It's just stupid. Caffeine didn't hit me yet. Anyway, LiveX has a headline out. I don't even remember what it is. Doesn't matter. Well, you know, these it was enough that I thought it would get a small pop. Got in at 425, 4,000 shares. Exited at 429 and 428. Very small win, but a win. 5X headline. Launch of the Snubbies, a live lecture by comedian, blah, blah, blah. Not that amazing of a headline, so I'm out. Small win. Next trade here is on Qualcomm. Qualcomm had some news that they're going to be working with GM on the cockpit area of a vehicle. I don't know how many vehicles, just some, maybe one, maybe 10. I don't know. That was just the news headline. GM has been absolutely rocking and rolling recently, so I thought, okay, Qualcomm probably can go too. Quickly came over here, bought 2,000 shares at 162.42. So right in this level right here, inside the screen candlestick, popped up, sold half at 163, which is way up here, and the other half was 162.88 as it was coming back down. So really nice win overall. What is that? Roughly 50 cents, $1,000. QC, I'm working with GM news. You know how GM has been rock and rolling lately. Selling half, the whole dollar level. It's like next generational cockpits, you know, whatever. The infotainment system, it sounds like. Doesn't sound like. Yeah, all right, I'm all out the rest. So this next trade on GME, I had an alert go off, and it was starting to break some levels. And I think the level that it broke was twofold. So I think I had like a descending resistance line here, and the alert that I had went off right here on when it broke this. I was looking for, again, some sort of reversal on this thing. for a GME to start going nutty. When I flipped over here, I had missed my initial entry that I wanted, and it was moving up towards this diagonal as well, which also lined up with the VWAP. So I'm like, okay, if it's going to break through this double resistance area, I want to be in it. So I took 20 of the $100 calls at 1570, and it halts going up. I'm thinking to myself, great, this is awesome. This is exactly what I want, as long as it doesn't just gap down or just drop. And that's exactly what it did. Fortunately for me, I was able to put in some limit orders and get out at 17 when it opened up. So it was a very nice win. A $1.30 win on 2,000 shares was at $2,600 on 20 contracts. So it was a nice winner overall, but it just sucked. And you see this a lot with GME. Whatever way it halts, it always tends to open down. Like if it here or open the opposite way. Here, halt down, what does it do out of the halt? Pop up. Here, what does it do? When you halt on the way up, it falls down. And it happens almost all the time. So here's another one. Halting on the way up, what does it do? Down. Was there another halt today? Yep. What does it do here? Halt on the way down. What does it do? Pop up. It does the exact opposite. What does it do here? Halt on the way down. What does it do out of the next candle? Pop up. So it's something that I'll think about going into tomorrow with GME and the halts. Can you break 95? Halted going up? Huh. Okay. Chase this one a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't open lower and screw me.
TGLI.
Oh, shit.
It's up.
Oh my gosh. Wait, I canceled that order. How did it get filled? All right, screw it. It's freaking E-Trade. Sell the rest of them at 17. Well, first hour in the bag. Got a couple plays live. $11,936.